G'day guys, Marcus here at Mooloolaba Music. Today in my hands I have a new guitar that is coming from Taylor. So these have just freshly arrived into the store, their new Legacy collection. This particular one is the 810E. So what is the Legacy collection? What's it all about? So Taylor, as you may know, has been around for over 50 years now. And, 2024 was their 50th anniversary. They put out some great special editions, some limited runs, some really great guitars. Actually, we've had a lot of amazing guitars come through from Taylor in the last year, part of those collections. One of the other things that they've released is this Legacy collection. So it's kind of like like a reissue of what Taylor have done in the past. So the 800 series is one of the early guitars that Bob Taylor had put out, and the 800 series is still around today with some changes that have come along the way, including body shapes and so forth. They still do grand auditoriums and dreadnoughts and so forth. But the 800 series, the 810, was one of his earlier designs, and it evolved over time. The Legacy collection, it's not set on a specific year as a reissue. It's more of taking some of the best bits over the years of how that 810 evolved. So the 810E, as you can see, Dreadnought shape. It is a solid Sitka spruce top. It's an East Indian rosewood back and sides. We've got our ebony fingerboard and bridge on here. Now these particular ones, they don't have the expression system 2 that you might see on a lot of the Taylors at the moment. Going back to, I guess, when Taylor were just building the guitars, they weren't making their own pickup systems. This particular one does come with a LR Baggs Element VTC, so the Element with the volume and tone control. N-pin jack as well on there. Fantastic sounding guitars. So if you know your Taylor history, or you're kind of thinking, I wish I had some of those older ones, these are great. So one of the differences between this and what you might see in some of the modern ones, there was a big deal made about what Taylor going over to the V-brace system quite a few years ago, and fantastic. The V-brace bracing pattern inside these really opened up the guitar in different ways. But of course, X-bracing, traditional, and has its own voice. It's got its own sound going on from this guitar. So these are an X-brace, of course, as Bob Taylor had designed them back in the day. So if you're looking at the modern Taylors versus some of these Legacy ones, you will notice there is a difference. And neither one of them is bad, worse, good, better than the other. They just have a different voice, and there's different ways of making those voicings. One of those things is changing the bracing. You'll notice a lot of other brands, some of the other American brands, between different models, they'll have different bracing systems, and they'll even say, oh, it's not that one's better than the other. It makes a change to the sound. So one might be more focused in some lower mid-range, one might pronounce the upper mid-range a bit more, one might be more bass focused, you find that there's a brightness that comes through, but still letting through some bottom end and maybe scooping out some mid-range. So bracing patterns will change the voice of a guitar just as much as changing the timbers. So the Legacy edition will sound different from, say, a modern 814. One, the shape is different, of course, being a Dreadnought versus a Grand Auditorium, but your bracing pattern will also change that as well. So if you're interested in something like this, you can come down to the shop. We'd love to show them to you. We have a couple of the other Legacy editions here at the moment, including the 514 and the 714 CEs. So some Grand Auditoriums. Again, so the 714 rosewood and cedar, and then the cedar and mahogany in the 514. Come down to the shop. We'd love to have a chat with you, and of course you can get to play this amazing guitar. I'll have a little strum now before we go, so you can have a little sneak preview before you get here and play it yourself.